Ok, hoy estamos aquí en Georgia, en el Capitolio de Georgia, y ya van a hablar los representantes. Un momento, vamos a ver acá. Ah, están- van a dar una sala de conferencia, conferencia de prensa, que digo, una conferencia de prensa. Quiero enseñarles a todos ustedes, quiero enseñarles el Capitolio. Un momentito. Miren todo esto por acá. Por supuesto está aquí, la prensa está acá, como ustedes se dan cuenta. Y aquí están algunos representantes. Voy a ver, Joelvin, si puedes postear en Racing. Tuve problemas para entrar en Racing. Si puedes postear el enlace para que también lo vean en Racing. Sería interesante. Ahora bien, por aquí está el árbol. Miren el árbol, grandísimo. Ahora bien, muchas ponciaras. Miren esta belleza. Muchas ponciaras. Mira esos regalos. Las bolitas de decoración. Bueno, entonces voy a regresar otra vez a la sala. A ver. Está llegando la gente. En estos inicios vamos a ver qué va a hablar el gobernador, el vicegobernador también va a hablar. Pero miren esta belleza. Son unos edificios, es un edificio tan hermoso. Conferencia de prensa, van a hablarle a los de Georgia, a los georgianos. 5 minutos, dijeron los de la televisión. Hoy, a la 1 de la tarde, van a abrir la sesión especial, la special session, que pidió el gobernador para poder definir los mapas de los distritos. Como ustedes se dan cuenta, el gobernador tiene el poder de solicitar una sesión especial para poder definir ciertos casos de emergencia. Esta sesión especial se pidió en el 2020 después de los resultados de las elecciones de noviembre, cuando hubo afuera presión por los ciudadanos para que hicieran la sesión especial y el gobernador decidió no hacerlo. Pero en este caso, un juez de Georgia, puesto por Barack Obama, le dijo al gobernador que tenían que definir los mapas y que tienen que hacer una sesión especial para aprobar eso. Y que el último día era el 8 de agosto. El 8 de diciembre. El 8 de diciembre. Es decir, el viernes es el último día. Entonces hoy empieza el debate a la 1 de la tarde y estoy planeando asistir. Voy a quedar todo el día aquí en el Capitolio para poder ser testigo y escuchar cómo debaten en la legislatura los representantes demócratas, republicanos e independientes. Siguen llegando los representantes. No sé, Joelvin, si quieres déjame ver una cosita acá. Quiero saber. Hola, Mercedes, saludos. Good morning. Aquí estamos en la legislatura de Georgia. Estoy esperando que baje el gobernador para dar la conferencia de prensa y así anunciar las festividades. No sé qué más va a hablar él, pero de que tiene que anunciar algo de las navidades porque ya está todo decorado y hoy van a prender el arbolito de Navidad. Vamos a estar escuchando al gobernador Kemp, al vicegobernador Jones, lieutenant, y vamos a estar escuchando también a quién va, ya le voy a decir a quién vamos a estar escuchando. El representante Rey Martínez me envió esa información. Va a estar, van a estar el gobernador Kemp, el vicegobernador audio. Ok, estamos esperando acá. Ponerme los lentes. ¿Me escuchas? Ah, ahora sí. Ok, gracias. Vayan a las legislaturas, preséntense, escuchen los debates en las legislaturas. Todo aquel que sea ciudadano americano de origen latino, vayan, escuchen, miren cómo se hacen las cosas aquí en los Estados Unidos. Infórmense. Okay. ¿Qué más están esperando? Están acomodando a los legisladores para que salgan bonito en la foto. Okay, here we are in the Georgia Capitol. Governor Brian Kemp, Lieutenant Jones, and some legislators are going to address. Here is Mari, Governor Kemp's wife. And here is Governor and this the Lieutenant Governor. Okay. Están saludando. Vamos a ver qué.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Great day to be in Georgia, despite the outcome of the game Saturday night. We have got a historic announcement for you today. I'm proud to be here with the greatest First Lady in the country, Marty Kemp, and our first daughters. Looking forward to lighting the Christmas tree here later at the Capitol. Also, just want to thank our partners in the General Assembly and constitutional officers, Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones, Speaker Burns, President Pro Tem Kennedy, Speaker Pro Tem Jan Jones, our Appropriations Chairman Blake Tudor and Matt Hatchett of the Senate and House Appropriations Committee, Chairman Chuck Hustetler of the Senate Finance Committee, and Chairman Shaw Blackman of the House Ways and Means Committee, along with many members of the General Assembly that are gathered behind us. Thank you all so much for your partnership and for being with us today. As you know, working together, we passed the state's largest income tax cut in our history. And I was proud to sign that legislation, HB 1437, in 2022. That original bill provided for a step down in our income tax rate from 5.75% to eventually just 4.99%, so long as we reach certain economic success markers. The first of those 10 basis point step downs would have occurred in January of 2025, further reducing the 5.49% rate that takes effect in just a few weeks. But today I'm announcing that we will introduce legislation in the upcoming regular session to accelerate that cut by another 10 basis points, bringing us to a flat tax rate of 5.39% immediately. That means in just one tax year, we'll realize a cut of 36 basis points, keeping hundreds of millions of dollars in the pockets of hard-working Georgia taxpayers. This is what happens when you budget conservatively. This is what happens when you think long-term, rather than make knee-jerk fiscal decisions without consideration the impact it will have on the state. This is what happens when you have a team like behind me today that is in charge. And because of this team's careful approach to budgeting over the years, even when the liberal media and pundits argued against it, we were able to fully fund for our needs while putting money back where it belongs, in the pocket of our citizens. Because of all of us here today, we believe that it is your money, not the government's. One of our most solemn responsibilities as leaders of this state is to be good stewards of what the people have entrusted us with. We've carried that mission with us every day and work to ensure your government works for you, not against you. That's a lesson many in Washington, D.C. should learn from us. Right now, families are burdened with high prices and high borrowing costs, along with other disastrous effects of Bidenomics that hurt their wallets, their kitchen tables, and also their peace of mind. Incredibly, in our country right now, over 60% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, and over 8.4 million people in this country are working 2 jobs to make ends meet. All while the Biden administration hires an army of more tax agents and go after even more of your money. Well, here in Georgia, we're doing the opposite. We're keeping government streamlined, and we're giving taxpayers more of their hard-earned money back. And I will remind you, the savings that they'll see from this tax cut acceleration are on top of the 2 income tax refunds totaling $2 billion that we've already done. The more than $1.7 billion we've saved Georgians at the pump last year, and roughly $500 million saved over the past 3 months with the gas tax suspension. Also, the $1 billion given in property tax relief, and much more we've done to put surplus money where it can do the most good, in the hands of Georgia families. While big government and big spenders in Washington, D.C. and in states like California and New York continue to further their tax and spend policies, making life unaffordable for everyday Americans, we're charting a different path in the peak state. When Georgians receive their bill for the tax year 2024, they will once again see the difference in our approach and the one taken by D.C. Democrats. So again, I want to thank the partners here with me today who are helping us get this done, and I look forward to working with them in the coming year to give Georgians even more relief from D.C.'s failure. With that, I'm going to turn it over to a great partner in this effort, our Lieutenant Governor, Bert Jones.
Thank you. I will be brief. Good morning, and thank you, Governor Kemp, and also leadership in both the House and the Senate. I just want to echo exactly what the Governor just said. This is an opportunity that, through his leadership, that we're taking advantage of right now. We've made it a priority for us to continue to lower the cost of everyday Georgians, and this is a great step towards doing that. But we couldn't do it without great partnerships with Speaker Burns and the executive branch, Governor Kemp. He has illustrated in every step of the way that he is all about looking out for Georgians, both as individuals and small businesses, and we greatly appreciate that. And we want to continue to do that. I've always made a promise, a campaign promise, that I wanted to eventually eliminate the state income tax, but we need to do it in a fiscal and responsible manner. And this is exactly the type of steps that we will continue to do as a state. And once again, I just thank the leadership of Governor Kemp, and I'll turn the podium over now to Speaker.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What a great day to be in Georgia and be in a place like this is just beautiful. And thank you, Governor Kemp. Thank you, Lieutenant Governor Jones, for y'all leadership. And thanks to everyone here this morning for joining us. It is a great day to be in Georgia on this beautiful Monday morning. Today's announcement showcases our continued commitment to serving hard-working Georgians. Despite record levels of inflation, we continue to grow opportunities here in Georgia. Thanks to the leadership of Governor Kemp, tireless effort by members of the General Assembly who are here with us, and thoughtful budgeting decisions by a lot of people, but one I want to mention, the Appropriations Chairman of the House, Mayor Hatchett. Georgia enjoys one of the lowest per capita tax burdens in our country. This latest measure will further accelerate tax rate reduction made possible by years of conservative budgeting. We have built an unparalleled business climate here in Georgia that has strengthened revenues and given prosperity to Georgians all around this state, from North Georgia to South Georgia. We believe in the principle that tax dollars belong to those who earn them in the first place, the citizens of this great state. Today, we once again demonstrate our conservative stewardship of the public's resources. I look forward to working with my colleagues in the House, the Governor, the Lieutenant Governor, the members of the Senate in 2024 as we continue to prioritize measures that help keep more money in the pockets and keep Georgia the #1 state in this nation in which to do business. Thank y'all for being here.
Well, I think it's just furthering all of our commitments to our hardworking people in the state. I think if you look at with the leadership of the people that are behind me, we've continued to have a great business environment, a low tax environment, which is what we're tackling even further today, like Speaker Burns said. But we've also, over the last several years, been funding a lot of other issues in state government. You know, the comprehensive work that we've done for several years now on mental health, that will continue. Teacher pay raises, even furthering the commitment that our campaigned on, law enforcement pay raises, making sure we're taking advantage of the great economic development opportunities in the state. You look at our logistics and infrastructure, we're continuing to fund that. So I think this is just part of our comprehensive plan to really have a great state for people to live, work, and raise a family.
Governor, do you want to do this in addition to another year of income tax rebates?
Well, I don't know that we've talked about income tax rebates. I'll remind people that we've already done $2 billion of income tax rebates. So when you think about one-time money that the state has had, the individuals behind me have supported us getting $2 billion back to taxpayers over the last couple of years. We have saved them $1.7 billion last year in gas tax suspension while funding, backfilling that money in their transportation programs. We've done almost $500 million of gas tax savings in the last 3 months. And then just recently, Georgia homeowners have experienced $1 billion worth of property tax relief. So we have been putting money back into our citizens' pockets to help them deal with 40-year high inflation and so-called Bidenomics. And we're furthering doing that this year. But this is a long-term commitment. This is not a one-time spend. This is a commitment that we're going to have to fund this year. So we're funding the previous tax cut of 25 basis points, plus we're accelerating another 10 basis points that we're paying for now versus waiting another year to do that. So again, making our environment more competitive, keeping more money in the pockets of our citizens. I mean, it's costing Americans $11,000 more a year to keep up their standard of living. This is one of the ways that the Georgia General Assembly and the leadership that's behind me is helping Georgians cope with that. Well, there'll be a lot of discussions I'm sure the members here want to have with me and their colleagues in the House and Senate about different proposals. But I will tell you, we did property tax relief this year over $1 billion. Now, not every county in the state reduced taxes like we did. So for individuals out there that saw the property tax bill go up, they need to be calling their local governments because the leadership behind me, we supported tax relief, we funded that, but that is an art that is achieved at the local level. Art.
Okay.
No, it's something I've told you it will take time. And it always depends on every year. You have to every year during the appropriations legislative process. It's one of those things you got to look at what you can do. One of the things we did in the whole season in both the House and the Senate, we looked at a lot of the tax credits and incentives that we've been doling out over the last decade, and looking at adjusting some of those, eliminating some, and then some that we have proved that they're pretty good mechanisms in place for those industries. So this is a very responsible, very fiscally responsible way of us doing that. I think we got to have a goal of our goal is to eliminate state income tax, but I don't think our Georgians are going to be complaining as we're lowering it along the way every year. And it's like I said, it was I don't put a timeline on it because you never know what might happen in the coming years. So, but this is a great step, and it's a great way of doing it. The way the Governor Kemp has done on reducing the burden on taxes for individual Georgians. So,
much we can get up here and just say, man, I would just tell you, look, I'm people behind me know I'm willing to look at any plan. You know, we just need to have a plan that we got enough time to methodically go through and figure out how we're going to fund our priorities and continue to lower the tax rate. I'm more than willing to do that. But we also have to be very careful. I mean, one of the things that we have in our state that we're proud of is our AAA bond rating, because we budgeted conservatively over the years. We've had great leadership long before I became governor. And, you know, I'm committed to making sure that we are preserving those things so we have low borrowing rates. When you look at our bond package the last 2 years, historically low rates that the state's paying right now to build their capital projects in places like higher education, the college system, K-12 schools, and other state resources. But I'm all for cutting taxes. We just, you know, if there's a plan to get it down to zero, then we just need to see the plan, and we can get to work on that. But today, we're committed and actually are accelerating the existing plan that we passed back in 2022. To me, that's a good thing for our taxpayers.
You know, this group behind me likes, as does the governor and his team, likes to deal with the facts. The facts are that Georgia is a very sound fiscal position. We know the facts also point out that Georgians enjoy one of the lowest tax rates in the country when it comes to total taxation from the local level to the state level. We're very, very competitive in that area, and we're very proud of that. I think that over the past years, the fiscal conservative stewardship of the public's money has made sure that Georgia will continue to be in that posture. We're willing to look at how we continue to lower that tax rate as we move forward, but we're very proud of the position we're in, and we look forward to continuing to work together as a team for the benefit of all Georgians.
All right, thank you, everybody.
All right, thank y'all. It's a great day to cut taxes in Georgia. Thank you.
Bueno, ya lo escucharon. Aquí es muy importante la baja de los impuestos. Ellos estaban hablando de los conceptos conservadores, que es bajar los impuestos. Y si estaban recomendando que si alguna persona en su ciudad recibió el aumento de impuestos, tienen que llamar a sus ciudades, porque esto tiene que ver local, con el condado y con la ciudad. Esa realidad.
I know, I'm trying to keep up now.
Ahora voy a ir al otro lado. Para ver el arbolito. Ahora bien. Miren esta belleza. Ahora vamos al arbolito. Ahora les voy a enseñar la decoración completa. El arbolito. The Christmas tree, so beautiful. So tall. Ok, allá arriba está la cúpula. Esa cúpula. This is the famous roof. The one over there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one that see from outside. A lot of people ask me from other country, what is that made of? They say it has gold on it. Yeah, it has gold on it. So they're just curious to see how we Americans do government. You know? Okay. Miren esto. Miren esta belleza. Okay. Y acá. Bueno, con esto me despido por ahora. Seguimos en contacto. Igualmente, Edgar, buen día y feliz inicio de semana. Seguimos.